PSG, a team that have come off the back of an important win against Man City by 1-0. But this is also a different German team here, Lisa. One that should be feared in the competition. DullenMIKE and Musti, two good friends off the pitch, and two players that have had incredible achievements in their time within the FIFA eSports landscape. You can just see those player icons above Eva. Player's head there. DullenMIKE will be the captain in this team with that red cursor above his head. Keep an eye on Nkantee as well with the blue of PSG. Travella cross into the box. That was interesting. But just back to the point, Lisa, as I was saying, this German team, they're a duo that have got incredible accomplishments.
Yeah, they have, and hopefully today they can bring the accomplishments they've got, bring that confidence today, and come out with a win in their first game, because coming out early, getting a potential chance in the first 10 minutes.
Mbappe, this is Musti now. Down this right-hand side, looking to cause problems. Well, it does well. That's Amar, not for so long. Jarzinho, DullenMIKE, that's an early start for the German duo.
And I was talking about confidence and getting that goal very early in the game, and Jarzinho, obviously a new icon this year, the 90 rated version of the card, and DullenMIKE gets the early lead for his team.
Well, there's also a goal in the other game that's taking place right now between the two sides that are desperate to kick off things for a win. Which way has the goal come? It's come in the way of Manchester City, and it's a great goal there from Ryan Pissarro, I believe, that red player icon above his head. Arna Ronaldo making the goals fly in. 10 minutes in across both games, we've got goals.
Yeah, goals are flying in for both teams, and obviously for City and Ryan, massive confidence boost, considering they was 1-0 down in the last game and ended up losing in the 83rd minute. So getting an early goal settled the nerves a little bit in that game. Especially
if they can get a result also, Lisa, against a team like Heretics. That will certainly get them back onto winning ways. Here's Pele. DullenMIKE dancing in the box, quite literally dancing his way to goal. Will Pele make it two? Yes, he will. 60 minutes on the clock. FOKUS clan look alive and breathing in London.
Wow, wow, wow. What a goal that was as well from DullenMIKE. I mean, ball roll scoop, traditional skill move we see every year, but the new skill move obviously being added there by DullenMIKE. And I mean, what a finish. He's such a great player and showing his confidence.
Confidence is one thing, Lisa, but the timing on that, how difficult is that for those at home to get that right, and the timing of it at this level?
Yeah, it's very hard. Obviously, one slight mistake, maybe even delaying it by a couple of seconds, and it's not going through. And it's quite hard to defend something like that because you don't want to dive in and give away a penalty.
2-0 down our PSG. This is a gift for Pele. Great piece of goalkeeper movement there. There's Edwin van der Sar. Was able just about to read that. Really well done.
Yeah, we talk about timings, and the goalkeeper movement there was amazing to be able to win that. Slight movement too early, and they shoot the other way.
Mbappe try and do his best for PSG eSports to get them a goal back. It was one of those, though, wasn't it, where there was just maybe a bit too much time for Pele to think about it. Great piece of goalkeeper movement from van der Sar. And FOKUS clan, we're looking for blood. They're looking for a third goal. Explosive start. Will it be even more? DullenMIKE makes it 3. He is the man that's scoring all the goals in this FOKUS team.
And I'd like to say it, but that was a massive, massive mistake, given the way the ball there so cheaply, and that's the sort of pressures at it being a LAN event. But 3-0, they're not complaining. DullenMIKE on fire, but they're working really well together.
On the flip side of this, Lisa, PSG 3-0 down. In what, 20 minutes we've played here? This is one leg. This is one game of FIFA. Let's be realistic here. The chances of turning this around.
Well, I know when I play FUT Champs and I'm 2-0 down, I sometimes think I'm coming back. But against a team like this, 3-0 down, I mean, they've got nothing to lose in terms of just trying to go for the game. Doesn't matter if you lose 6, 7-0. You just got to try and get back, get that early goal in this game. I think if they score the next goal, potentially can come back. But if they do send everything forward, there's more chance of being and conceding a goal. So I think it just depends on what they try and do here, but next goal's crucial.
I mean, I'm applauding DullenMIKE, don't get me wrong, in many ways, because he scored the goals, but nothing taken away from Musti in creating those chances for his teammate. What an explosive start to this game from FOKUS clan. The German giants, I'll call them, that have been able to pick up the top talent in Germany And the best thing of all, they're not done yet. They want more. Could it be 4? Pele, good feet again. Really good from DullenMIKE. Needed to be stopped in his tracks by Virgil van Dijk. That must be terrifying defending that when you've got just skills combined coming at you.
Yeah, exactly. And with everything that you can do this year with the new power shot and also the Trivela shot from outside the box, you don't know what to do. You need to press them, but if they do a skill move like that, it's just really, really hard to defend. So against DullenMIKE, it's going to be really hard, but a potential chance, but defended really well.
Good hustle from Pele. PSG crying out for just a way back into this game. Hullet, can he be the hero to do that? No, he can't. Cafu defends it well. And as that's offside, there's been another goal in Manchester City against Team Heretics. It's gone the way of the team of the season cup champions, and that's a goal back in the game for them. 32 minutes on the clock, Zidane with that all-important equaliser.
Seems like a great game we're watching over there. Obviously, that will give Heretics a boost as well. Obviously, losing the first game, now 1-1.
Pele fumbled his lines, has to be doing better there in hindsight. FOKUS clan mop it up pretty easily, but as you were saying, 1-1 next door. That's the first goal they've scored.
Yeah, exactly. It'll give them confidence, but the next goal in that game is crucial, and hopefully it comes early to potentially boost a little bit in that game.
Yeah, it's all right there, charging forward. Here's Amar, green icon above his head, keep an eye on that one. Captain of the team is Nkantee with the blue. Fancied a shot from that far out, which says a lot of things, really, doesn't it, Lisa? It senses maybe a bit of panic that we can't break down this FOKUS team, or also maybe just trying out something different. We know how overpowered that Trivela shot can be.
Yeah, it definitely does show panic, maybe not able to break them down, but also, like you mentioned, it's very OP this year, being able to Trivela it from further distance for it to go in. However, it wasn't green, so potential of it going in, not as likely.
Oh no, cheeky chip, surely this has to go in. There's a goal back for PSG. Big goal. And so important that it came in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, getting that goal before half-time is huge. Being able to say that going into the next half, you just need 2 goals to try and get back into the game. But Jorginho as well, you can see him being used on both sides. And it's not an icon personally that I would use, but he seems to be doing the job.
Tell you what, there might be one more chance here. No, there won't. Zambrotta wins at half-time. The storyline is this: FOKUS leading PSG by 3-1. That first 24 minutes, I think, will be reviewed, watched back many times. What an explosive start from DullenMIKE and Musti. PSG did claw back a goal after creating a handful of chances at the end. You said if they score next, Lisa, we could be in for maybe a part 2 to this story. They have scored, potentially game on.
Yeah, it's definitely game on. You know, we're probably going to see 60th minute press after possession loss, and if they get that next goal, 3-2, they're under the cosh. And will they bottle? That's the problem.
I'd like to say on the flip side for FOKUS, just score. And that's 3 points for us. They would have been desperate to get their campaign underway in the ESPORTS Cup. They missed the first round. They were taking a break. That was their round to sit out on tonight. They are in action. Round 2, 3, 4 and 5. Jorginho. The idea to just dink that one into the path of Kylian Mbappe. There's probably no better player to score with if you're a PSG FIFA Pro player. And the man of the moment. PSG, Zambrotta try his best to hustle that one. Haven't seen for hero Lucio in this game. Virgil van Dijk preferred on both sides. Is that a pick that you would go for, or would you go for the flip side and take that foot hero?
I think it's just preference, to be honest with you. I think you can pick either or. They obviously get the links as well within the team, so I think it's just who you prefer. Personally, I'd go for Lucio, but Van Dijk obviously lengthy. Any defender you use, you need to make sure they're lengthy to be able to stop the likes of obviously Haaland, that we know is very good on the ball. But what's very interesting this week, I think teams like FOKUS at the moment are very, very dominant, whereas last week we didn't really see a dominant team.
I mean, everyone lost the game last week, didn't they, Lisa? No one was unbeaten. Yes, the Riders finished top of the pile, but they still did drop games. They lost their first game to Fnatic back last Monday in London at the EA Sports Cup, week 1. will we see a team go unbeaten all the way through tonight? Richard Buckley teased that maybe that could be the case, as one team could pull away. Could this be that FOKUS clan? As they look for a fourth. Mbappe, that's Mushti there controlling, that's Pele now. This is DullenMIKE, who loves just turning on those skill moves. I think every 2v2 team has got that, haven't they? They've got a flary player, and maybe that player that just looks after the basics, you know, sorts the goalkeeper movement out, maybe controls the back line a bit more. Then you've always got that explosive player, maybe on set pieces, maybe just has a bit more sort of wherewithal in the box in terms of the timing of his skill moves, and I think you can see that in this FOKUS team.
Yeah, definitely. In the FOKUS team, it's definitely DullenMIKE, obviously, for Falcons. For other teams, you know, like Tex and Diogo, he's the person that is the skiller, you could say. But I think they're just outstanding so far, and we need to go probably around this sort of time to potentially see a chance back for PSG.
PSG sort of won a free kick there, just inside their own half. Still all square, we believe, in the Man City Heretics game. As soon as a goal goes in there, we'll keep you up to date. Lovely chip. You said about a goal going in. Pele, you fluffed your lines. What a chance.
I mean, it's a massive chance. He needs to be putting that in the back of the net. We saw it in the game just before this, where they Team Heretics actually red time a shot when they really needed to score. So that could go down to bite them, to be honest with you, unless they score potentially here.
Another chance, Mbappe and Nkantee in control there. He didn't really know what he wanted to do for a split second. Four-back shot, went for a pass. Good press, though, from the French duo. It's a great ball. Mbappe, edge of the box. Looking for extra players to bring into this one. They tried to disguise the pass there. Defended well by DullenMIKE and Nkantee. It was the player being in control. But you're right, I mean, Man City lost that game. They turned around in the interview with Carl and just said, look, we had chances, we missed them. How big of a chance is that going to be when they look back in, what, 20 in-game minutes time? Yeah,
it's huge, obviously. If they score there, it's 3-2 in the game. Might not have to go with constant pressure. They could have gone press after possession loss. And now they're going to have to go constant pressure. The next goal needs to be scored within the next 5 in-game minutes for me. If not, I think it's just going to be too hard for them to come back into.
Well, on the flip side for FOKUS, surely let's keep the ball, take a few more minutes out of the game, because even if they get to the 80th, 2 goals needed, I mean, we know from playing lots of FIFA, there's not really going to be a chance for them to get that back, is there?
Yeah, exactly. With how good they are going forward, you might think they might keep it how it is, just carry on playing how they are, but realistically, it might be boring to watch, but keeping the ball at this stage of how much is on the line, they should just do that, to be honest with you.
Well, then, both teams ready to get back into the game. 20 minutes left to play. FOKUS are still leading. 3 goals to 1 of PSG. Got other ideas, though, for a mega comeback. David Ginola, the French foot hero, looking to play his part in this. Picks up the ball again nicely. Amar outside the boot. I'm not too sure what he was looking for there. Just didn't quite get it right with Zinedine Zidane. And now they could be in trouble. We mentioned Erling Haaland. FOKUS said he could come on to cause problems. Here's Mushti with Erling Haaland. And it's just wide of the right-hand post.
Yeah, a massive opportunity there, sort of game, set and match if that goes in with Haaland. We talk about him coming on from the bench, being lengthy, over the top through balls. It's just how he is in this game and what you look to do, and especially with tired legs as well, but it wasn't to be. Maybe could have passed it across the box, but when it's someone like Haaland, you expect him to put it in the back of the net.
Cafu, good feet. Referee could pull the one back for a free kick. Here is the free kick. I don't think we'll be seeing a direct shot. No, played short. Terribly executed there. Look at the space. For R9 there is an option at the back post. DullenMIKE just didn't get that pass right as Erling Haaland was screaming for it in acres of space. This is smart from them, though. They know the clock is ticking and they're taking more minutes out of the game. 10 minutes left, 2 goals needed for PSG. And look at the gaps that are appearing for DullenMIKE and Mushti to exploit. Theo Hernandez all the way across. Erling Haaland was there and Vieira was needed. 8 minutes. Is it enough time?
Potentially, if they can get the next goal here and not give it away cheaply.
Mbappe, look at the space. Zambrotta. Hasn't really got much energy left. It's a poor pass, Vieira. Read that one perfectly well. I think we can say that the 3 points are going to FOKUS. Becker comes on towards the back post. Haaland's there. And Van der Sar able just to do enough. The ball just keeps falling back to FOKUS. They're happy to take more minutes out of the game. It's their first match in Group D. And we can't really beat around the bush. What a convincing performance it has been. 4 goals to 1. And Erling Haaland, the super sub, the man that's causing everyone nightmares in the FIFA world, has just added an extra injury to PSG.
Yeah, and what a goal that was there. I'm pretty sure it was Musty actually that scored that, and you know, a McGeady cancel in the box just shows how confident they are. And I mean, what a finish. You might think, you know, sort of sweaty across the box, but you've got to be in the right place at the right time, and dominant performance, definitely favourite in my opinion in this group alongside Ajax.
Added time of 2 minutes, nothing more than a consolation for PSG if they can find a way through. I think the storyline of this game, Lisa, has to be that explosive start from FOKUS. 3 goals in 24 minutes pretty much told the tale of this one.
Yeah, exactly. Getting 2 goals really early in the game, confidence-wise, really boosted. Obviously, for PSG, it's now 1-on-1. It's not game to a match for them. I think going into the next game, it's a must-win or potentially not too good looking for them.
Yeah, 1 win, 1 loss for PSG. 3 points in Group D.